This is the best
The
experience.
best experience.
Thank you guys for joining us. We appreciate it. And with the best experience, we like to welcome our newest Patreon members. And as you join as a Patreon member, we like to acknowledge our new members. We like to, thank them for joining. And so we'd like to go off the list of the names. And also another perk of joining the Patreon is you can ask Nick a question and we will answer it on the podcast.
Or I'll try to answer it as best I can. All right. So new members, we would like to say thank you. Without you, we don't have a show. So thank you very much. I'm going to butcher this one. So please, Chui, Yi Chang, Angela Su, and Nini. Thank you very much. We appreciate you. If I butcher those, I'm terribly sorry.
Thank you guys for joining.
Yeah. Due to walking extensively during a hiking trip, I experienced pain in my calf muscle. After receiving a massage, the pain unfortunately became worse. That can happen, yeah. It has now been about a month. Holy cow. And I would like to ask if there's any methods, dietary recommendations, or any exercises that should help promote quicker recovery. Thank you so much. With a calf, those things calves are problematic because they're built to handle extreme amounts of weight and to be used all of the time. Exactly. So if you really manage to do a lot of hiking and manage to get them pretty sore and straining them, and then somebody goes in and works that out, it depends on how hard the massage was and stuff like that, because those are things I don't know. But I would definitely say if it was still sore after the massage for like a month, either the massage was way too deep or you just did way too much and actually might have even torn some fibers in that calf, which is very possible. The best thing you can do is, instead of getting the massage right away, get the massage on like day 3 or day 4, and mainly just lightly stretch it as much to where you're comfortable with it. And then also, stand up to your knees in ice water and ice to get some of the inflammation out of the muscle. That will help an awful lot as far as relief and is taking away the pain. And then really the first thing you want to work back to is just getting your full range of motion back, which is light stretching. I mean, just to where you can feel it. It's not super painful, but it's there. Just get some light stretching in, and then just every day try to get just a little bit back till you get back to your full mobility. Once you get back to your full mobility, you'll probably more than likely start being able to use the muscle again without really having a whole lot of pain. To be honest with you, I just did this a couple days ago. I was pulling a 2000 F350 for a video, and I hadn't done it in a long time, and I accelerated really hard, and I strained mine a little bit as well. And that's basically what I did. I went in and got ice on it the first couple days, and then actually later this evening, I'll be getting a massage on it, and we're looking at like day 5 since I did that. So I don't want to get the massage on it right away. I want things to heal up, and then the massage to lightly come in and break up, the scar tissue. But even then, it shouldn't be super aggressive on the massage. It should just be, digging in a little bit, getting blood flowing in there, loosening things up a little bit, but not like anything like stripping or ralphing that's real extreme yet.
Yeah.
That would be like week 3, week 4, when the thing's healed a whole lot. So basically, like I said, get some ice on it, at least 12 minutes, 3 times a day if you can do that, and then work on just getting it to where you can start to stretch on it. It's really going to help a lot. Get your full range of motion back before you really worry about strengthening it. Then once you get back to that, just start strengthening it, doing things like standing calf raises, seated calf raises, stuff like that, with light weights for a lot of reps at first before you start going heavy on the weights. Give it at least a good probably 6 to 8 weeks before you really start dumping a lot of weight on it to train them to make them harder. My whole idea of dumping weights on like 500-600 pounds, for you guys maybe a 45 or whatever, 100 pounds is on the heavier side. Then start at like 20 pounds. It doesn't have to be heavy. It just has to be more than what your body is. So,
yeah.
Okay. I hope that helps. Go
And
ahead.
even with that nutrition too, a lot of times
Yeah.
people are dehydrated and cramps
Yeah.
and
Yep.
no
Hmm.
sodium. I'm
Yep.
going to go on a hike underprepared. These are things that can
Hmm.
help prevent muscle cramps,
Yeah.
tears. You know what I'm saying? It's so important to be
Yeah.
hydrated, especially when you're doing physical activity like that.
Yeah. If
Being
you
out
got,
in the sun, sweating.
hmm yep. If you got any bruising with that, you tore some fibers. If you didn't get any bruising, that's going to take a little while. If you didn't
Yeah,
get any bruising with it and it's just swollen, then it's more than likely you just strained it pretty good.
yeah,
So, and then to Ben's points, make sure you have plenty of water and make sure you're getting sodium in there with it as well. It doesn't hurt to have some potassium either.
hmm
I mean, this is going to sound really bad, but like In and Out French fries before you go on
hmm
like a hike or something like that will actually help. There's a lot of
hmm
potassium in it. There's a lot of sodium in it too. So, and then the carbohydrates. And then as you drink fluids after that, the carbohydrates and the sodium will help you retain the water.
yep,
It's not something you should be eating every day. It's eating for a purpose. So it's something that's
exactly.
quick, it's easy, and can be easily done.
Oh yeah.
2, going to World's Strongest Man. What's something fans completely underestimate about what it takes to perform at your best across multiple days? And how should athletes be managing their energy and recovery and mindset between events? Wow. Yeah, it's a good question. And that right there is probably a very good answer because that's probably one of the biggest things that affect athletes when they're there. You're all excited. It's your first time or your second time or even your third time. You're still like got the jitters. You're still all like wound up. You have a hard time sleeping at night. So the main thing
Mhm.
is find ways to mentally be able to shut your brain off, even in that circumstance, when you're about to compete and you're getting ready to
Mhm.
compete. And when you get done, that's going to help a lot because your sleep's going to make a big difference. As far as things the fans completely underestimate, they do these things at like 10, 1, and 3 o'clock. So it's not like you would do one event, you got a half hour break, and then you do the next event, you got a half hour break, and you do the next event, you're done for that day. No, you got to get fired up, go do that event, calm down, get your wits back about you, go eat, go get fluids in you, and then sit down and then figure out a way to hang out for like the next hour to 2 hours without doing a bunch of stuff that's strenuous, without you know you're just letting your head go off into the middle of nowhere. So that's like one of the biggest tricks is being able to stay kind of like in a state of first thing you do when you get done is catch your breath, then to get your necessary food and everything in so it's digested before you get to the next event and then your fluids and everything else, and then you sit and rest and maybe a half hour before you start warming up for the next event, get some uh, dextrose and some carbohydrates in, like couple Rice Krispie treats, and the little actual dextrose sprinkled on top of them, stuff like that, to get the
Mhm.
glue, get the carbohydrates in you that you're going to need for the next event. Then do the next event, and then it's the same thing. You got to do it all over again. Go get your fluids, go get your
Mhm.
food, the things you need to eat, so you're not hungry later, and then sit around for an hour to 2 hours, trying not to be on your feet, trying to not to, because you want to go watch everybody else, but you got to
Yep.
understand if hopefully they got a TV back there, which I think they do in these like recent times. You can just go back and just sit and watch the TV and kick back, that's way better
Yeah.
instead of standing out there watching. But the thing is, watch how the judges are doing things and stuff like that, and then just wait your turn and try to relax, get off your feet, do the same thing. Then you got your last event. And then after your last event, it's go back again, eat, get everything ready. You want to get your food in, all this other stuff, but your recovery stuff. You want to make sure you get dinner scheduled at a decent time, and then even have a later snack in your room before you go to bed. That way, if
Yep.
you're hungry, you have something to eat. If not, you're good. Make sure you're getting a lot of fluids in. If you need to get an ice bath to reduce inflammation, stuff like that, make sure you get that in. And then some of the guys will just want to sit around and talk with each other. And then also other ones will like do podcasts and just stuff like that. And then have to go get their head right and get off their feet and relax,
Yep.
especially the guys that are going to be in the top 10. You know, it's one thing, you know, a lot of the guys that were, you know, in the bottom 20 would like do a lot more of the media work and stuff like that. Cause, you know, if you were in third place out of a 6-man heat, yeah, you didn't
Yeah.
do much. If you were in fourth or fifth, you know, you do some more of the media stuff because they would try to get like Sojourner and Brian and a lot of the guys that are vying for the top to come out and do things, or Thor, and
Yeah.
they're
But
like,
they're
yeah,
in the
no,
zone.
they're
Yeah.
like, nope, sorry,
Yep.
my focus is this, and
Yep.
you know they do very little of that, so it's kind of something to think about there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, those are probably the biggest things in managing their energy, and it's different now because it's a 2-day contest, and they cut it. Their idea was because it was pretty hard on the guys. Their idea was to cut to 5 events to take it easier on the athletes, and then they do the 5 events in 2 days, and then whoever makes the finals, the top 10, well, they're going 2 more events or 5 more events in 2 more days.
Yep.
Just pretty much the same thing. So it's going to be, you know, strongman survivor for the most part. I mean, I was watching Martine's do an interview on YouTube the other day for what he was thought about, you know, coming in and stuff like that. And he was talking about the fact that there's no rest period, and it shouldn't just be one day. You know, it
Yeah.
should be at least 3 days
Yeah.
between the qualifying heats and the finals. But that's the production, that's the staff, that's the money
Yep.
to sit in the hotels and do all the other stuff, and the long distance of having the crew there and everything else for so long, that you know they're pinching money from wherever they can, and the athletes, the people that they're trying to get the best out of, um, it's just going to have to be, you know, survive as best they can, and that's how it
Yep.
is. So the best guy could come in and be doing great, make it to the finals, and just be so beat up when he gets to the finals, it's just not going to be there. So it kind of changes. It's the person who can uh, do the best while saving the most in the qualifying heats, and it's the guy who can just let it fly after 2 days of beating yourself up. So it's
Yeah.
it's going to be pretty spicy.
Exactly.
So since we're talking about World's Strongest Man,
Oh
let's
yeah.
get into my
The
thoughts and
heats.
predictions on it. The heats. Okay.
Exactly. Because
So
it's looking pretty gnarly.
yeah, so in Group One we got Reno Nall,
Mm-hmm.
Luke Richardson, Ben Glasscock. He's pretty good.
Yep.
Nick Gordione and Tristan Hoth.
Yes.
Excuse me, Tristan
Mm-hmm.
Hoth. Um, he's Canadian. This is going to be an interesting heat because Reno's the reigning world's strongest man,
Yep.
and he's good, but
Yes.
he had it lined the
Stars lined
planets,
up for him
the
last year.
stars and the planets lined up last year, and he stepped in while the top 2 guys were just off a little bit, and
Yep.
he got the job done. Now the carry and climb, Reno should do pretty good in that. He's a pretty athletic guy. He should do pretty good at
Yeah.
that. Luke's going to do really good at that. Ben should do well, but Nick Gordione and Tristan, I think those 2 can actually go 1 and 2 in this event. Nick's
Yeah.
super athletic, and he's
Yep.
tall. But my understanding is the stairs aren't real high. So,
Yeah.
you know, that could be an event win for Nick.
Yeah.
I would love to see that. But Luke's a good athlete, and
Yeah.
Luke's been through enough injuries to know, you know, what to risk and what not to risk anymore. So that should be pretty
Yeah.
interesting. I
Oh yeah.
think Nick and Tristan got a good shot if they're in shape, which I think Nick's in
Yep.
pretty good shape, to win in that first event. But then Reno and Luke and Ben, where are they going to place? You know, so it's going to be pretty tight. But I think Nick can do pretty well in that medley. The
Yeah.
circus press medley, that's going to be kind of interesting because it's not really going to be hard until you get to the barbell. And that
Yeah.
barbell, you might as well you might as well be doing it with if it's the one I've seen in the past, that barbell whips all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to come to who picked up their deadlift bar and decided to do overhead presses with their deadlift bar, but on something that doesn't move. So
Yeah.
you're gonna have to lock that thing down. So that'll be pretty interesting. Um, Luke's a good presser. You know, Tristan's not bad. Ben's Ben's a good presser. It's going to be like flipping a coin, but at the end of the day, I think Tristan or Ben might
There
come
you
out
go.
with that, but Reno's pretty good at it too. I'm going to probably say Tristan, but the thing is, the weight's not overly heavy, so it's going to be a rep
Mm-hmm.
fest when you get to that thing. Nick's a decent overhead presser too, so
Yeah.
he might do really well there. And then of course Reno's a pretty good overhead presser too. So I
Exactly.
mean, I'm going to say probably Reno and Reno and Ben in that one.
There you go.
And then the squat. Now we're going to separate some men from the boys in this one.
Mm-hmm.
And Luke Richardson has done some powerlifting.
Yeah.
And I'm going to have to say Glasscock can probably squat too pretty good, and so can Tristan. So
Yeah.
I'm going to say that's going to be between those three guys. But I think if Luke can figure out how to low bar that thing,
Yeah.
which there's a technique to it, and if he figures it out, he could win that one.
There you
You
go.
know, he's a good squatter. He's done some powerlifting, so I mean, I think Luke can do that one. So I mean, you're looking at a pretty
Yeah.
heat going like this in a bunch of different directions. Then you got the truck pull.
Yep.
Um, again, that's going to be pretty interesting. I think Reno's probably going to do pretty good at that because he's super athletic and he's not a small kid. I think
Yeah.
Tristan will do pretty good with that as well, but I think Nick and Ben are probably the heaviest two in the heat. So
Yeah.
I think Nick might do pretty good in that.
There you go.
And then the natural stone medley. Oof, that's going to be kind of interesting because um, the way that went last year,
Mm-hmm.
they took the one that caused some of the bigger names problems out. The
Yeah.
one where the guy went down on his one knee and almost
Yeah.
probably took himself out of the whole show. They took that one out, and then they had the rest of it. And the rest of that medley is pretty cool. So I think that's going to come down to athleticism. I think Reno did really good at it last year. So,
Yep.
he's got a pretty good shot at that. That one's going to be really hard on the biceps. So that'll probably mess with Luke a little bit. Nick's highly athletic. Nick will stand a good chance at that, and so are Tristan. I mean, both of these guys are great. All these guys are great competitors. They really are.
Yeah.
So it's going to kind of be who's going to hit what. I think I think it's a toss up between Reno, Luke, and Nick getting through into the finals.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, there's a reason why we do it because I mean, Tristan could come in and just
Yeah.
have a day, kind of like Reno did last year. So,
Yep.
but
That's it.
I think Nick Gordion's got a pretty good shot. He's got a good
There you
shot
go.
at getting through this. So
Yeah.
it'd be fun. And Reno and Luke, I think those three will be real close at the top.
Yeah.
So Group 2, Tom
2.
Stoltman, Jocko Schoonwinkel, Austin Andrade,
Matt Rags.
Matthew Ragg, and Levi Strong. Interesting. You have a
Yeah.
guy that's 6'9" in with guys that are all 6'3".
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that'll be interesting. Carry and climb. I mean, they're all really big guys, but that's a pretty big advantage for Tom.
Yeah, big.
Going through that, because
Yep.
the the farmer's walk shouldn't be much of anything for Tom. I think Jocko, Austin, Matthew, and Levi will probably run through the farmer's walk part of it. I think
Yeah.
almost all of them will also go through the power stairs on it pretty well. But I think
Yeah.
as long as there's not an issue with Tom should win that event.
Yeah.
Um, just based on what we know it is. Um, the
Exactly.
cir- the circus press medley. This is where it's going to get really interesting, because the dumbbells are light. So I think everybody in this heat's going to smoke the dumbbells.
Yeah.
And then Austin and Rag and Jocko and Tom, the whole heat's great at overhead pressing. So
Yeah.
it's going
They're
to
all
come down to,
strong.
they're all strong. So it's going to come down to who can get the clean down the best,
Yep.
and who can steady the weight, the top at the fastest, or has learned how to use a whippy bar at the
Hmm.
shoulders to drive it up overhead.
Yeah.
I think whoever figures that out is probably gonna do pretty well at it. And I'll say this now: I think Austin's got a good shot at winning
Yeah.
that event.
Yeah. I
I
agree.
really do. I really do. Yako's really strong, and Tom's 3 times the world's strongest man, so Tom's really strong
Exactly.
too.
Yeah. Exactly.
Um, he's also probably fairly familiar with that equipment, so
Yeah.
he also probably trained right with it. But I think Austin, if he gets it right on the, because he could probably clean. I don't know. I haven't seen how the rules are written, because until you see how the rules are written, actually the rules for
Yeah.
the competitors and the
For the
rules
event
briefing.
itself. Exactly.
Um, but if I was going into it, the first two, I would try to basically almost snatch the first thing. So as I get the dumbbell up here, take this hand off of it and throw it up
Yeah.
overhead and snatch it. I've actually done that in a contest before with the Thomas Inch, and these
Yeah.
aren't that much heavier than Thomas Inch.
Yeah.
And these guys are a lot better overhead. But you do that with the first two, and the third one, just get set, press, and then
Yep.
you're off to the bar, and then it's just going to be who can have the best technique for that and who can work with the bounce in the bar. So that should be pretty interesting. But I think Austin's got a pretty good shot at like winning that overhead medley.
Oh yeah.
But there's also a reason why we do these things, because what you
You know what I'm
think and
saying?
what happens could be two different things.
Two different things.
All right, truck pull.
Tom.
Yeah, Tom for sure. I'll have to. He's the tallest and the heaviest,
Yeah.
which the truck pull absolutely favors height. I mean, it really does. It's a
Yeah.
massive advantage in that, and body weight. So if you
Yeah.
have those two things, I would love to see a rule in strongman where the heaviest competitor gets on the scale and everybody's allowed to wear almost like a weighted vest to equal that body weight. So
Almost like
everybody
those
gets
Go
to,
Ruck packs.
yeah. So everybody gets to pull the truck weighing the same amount. So when you lean
Yeah.
into the harness, the guy that's 420, 430 pounds can just lean forwards and get it rolling, where the guy that's like 310, 320,
Yeah.
he's really got to work to get
He's
it moving.
fighting for
So
it.
I would love
Exactly.
to see that one day, just as an experiment. So, but I do have to lean that one towards Tom.
Yeah.
I would think, all these guys are going to be practicing it. I think Austin can show up and do some damage with that though too as well. He's
I
got
agree.
very strong legs. Oh,
That's
we
it.
missed the squat. I didn't even cover the
Oh yeah.
squat. All right, so the squat. Yeah, this is going to come down to basically who's in like the best physical condition, and can hold on to that bar the longest.
Yeah.
That's what it's going to come down to, and can stay as smooth as possible. Um, I don't think Tom will do bad at it. I just don't think he'll be great at it, but I could be
Yeah.
wrong. I think Jocko's really strong, but he's had a knee problem. I
Yep.
think Rag's ungodly strong. Rag could actually probably win that event, but Austin and Levi
Yep.
could do very well at it. But I think Austin and probably Rag, will probably like do really, really well in that event, especially if they figure out how to hold on to that axle.
Yeah.
It could be pretty good. Already covered the truck pull and the natural stone medley. Tom had a problem with the first one last year,
Yeah.
but he made it through the rest of them, or he didn't even
Yep.
get to go to the rest of them. Um, I think Tom will probably, he's good with all the rest of the stones. He's great at
Yeah.
front carrying and everything else. I see Tom winning that event
I
in this
agree.
medley.
Especially to be able to place the stones.
And then it's going to become between Jocko, Austin, the other four guys.
Yeah.
I just think it's Austin's day. I really do.
Yeah. Hey, let me tell you
I
now, he's
believe.
been looking good.
Yep. And he's training with Nick. He's in shape, so it's
Yep.
going to be fun to watch. And Trey, all three of them have
Oh,
been training together and
that's
pushing
it.
each other along. All right, Group 3. Interesting. All
Yeah,
right, Group
exactly.
3.
Very.
Group 3, we got Mitchell Hooper, who's a former world's strongest man. He won the Arnold.
Yep.
He won the strongest man on earth. He won the Rogue.
Mm-hmm.
The absolute, probably freakiest of all competitors, who now has his head screwed on straight,
Yep.
got his life together, got everything together. So, I mean, things have to he's got probably the most talent to get after this. So the question will
Yep.
be the carry and climb. I think he's going to just destroy this. So Patty Hayes,
Yes.
so I can see them going 1 and 2 in this event.
I agree.
Eddie
I
Williams is
definitely see
faster. Yeah, Eddie's faster than you think, and so is
Pat.
Lucas.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know that much about. Oh my gosh, I'm going to butcher his name, Mattias. I don't know a whole lot much about Mattias, so I won't say a
Yeah.
whole lot about him. Other
Yeah.
than good luck, buddy. I hope you kill it. Surprise
Exactly.
everybody and get in there.
Exactly.
It's been done before. It
Yes, it has.
it can be done again.
Yes.
Um,
Rhino proved it.
yeah. Oh yeah. Um, yeah. Nobody knew who I was at the first one. I made the finals the first year. Zeroing an
Yeah.
event. I got a 0 in
Yeah.
the overhead press, but I won 3 events. So
Exactly.
that helps. Uh, let's see here. I think the circus medley. That's I don't think anybody in this heat's gonna have a problem with the overhead press.
Yeah. I don't think they will at all.
They're all three of them are gonna motor through the dumbbells. Whoever makes the least mistakes doing that and gets to the dumbbell or gets to the circus um, dumbbell should probably have an advantage. And then I just don't see anybody beating Hooper in this.
Yeah.
I mean, Lucas
You can't disagree with that. I'm sorry.
it, in the finals, if they get to the log and Lucas
Yeah.
makes it through and Lucas
Oh,
goes
that's
against
Lucas
Mitchell
all
in the
day.
log, I think
Yeah.
Lucas is going to beat Mitchell in the log. But
Yeah.
on this thing where you're cleaning it and the coordination and everything
The
else,
melody, yeah, everything.
the medley part of it, I think Hooper's just a little quicker and a little faster, and I think his
Yep.
endurance is better. And
Yep.
that one's good. That's going to be an endurance event in that heat.
Yeah.
That really is. That's going to be an endurance event. And then looking at the weather going into this for all the athletes, it's going to
Yeah.
be high 70s at the highest. I don't even think it's supposed to be over 80 any of the days. And I think Sunday is supposed to be cool and rain.
Yep.
Which is going to be kind of interesting. So yeah, Eddie Williams. Eddie's good. Eddie's good at everything. He could be the sleeper out of the whole thing because I expect Lucas and Patty to battle for that second spot over Mitchell, but Eddie could come in and be second in the heat. He really could.
Yep.
I mean, so it's going to depend on how that goes off. The circus press medley, I really think it's going to come down to speed and
Minimal mistakes.
Yeah, minimum stakes. I see probably Lucas getting second in that one.
Yeah.
So the squat, I see Hatton winning that one.
Yeah,
To be quite
I can
honest with
agree with
you,
that statement. Yeah, his squats have
um,
been looking amazing.
yeah, they're pretty good. But Hooper's good, man. He's look what he did at the Shaw. He figured it
Yep.
out and he killed it. So Hooper's real
Yep.
strong. He's real good. I see them going 1 and 2 in that event. And again, I see him being in the top two on every one of these events so far
Yeah.
for Hooper. Probably if he's not 3-0, he'll be 2-1.
Yeah.
Going into the truck pull, this is where Mitch will have the least advantage. Now, depending on how they, how they do the truck. If they do the truck and it's light, and you see guys finishing in like low 30s, I think Hooper will be fine in that heat. I think if it's super, super heavy, I think Eddie's going to win it. And I think Lucas will be second. And then I think
Yeah.
Mitchell will probably be third in that event.
I agree.
Patty's really strong. He's really athletic and everything else, but his body weight's it's going to hurt him in the truck pull.
Hmm.
So, but what do I know? I mean, I've seen some of the lighter guys come in and just destroy that thing. So, but
That's it.
that's just kind of what I see happening. And then the natural stone medley, Hooper killed that last year.
Yeah, he did. Breeze
So,
through it.
yeah, I see him doing that again. And then so it's going
Yep.
to be. I also see Patty doing very, very well at that as well.
Yep.
That could be his good second event. And then it's going to be between Lucas and Eddie and Mateus.
Yeah.
I'm just going to mess that up all day. Dude, I
Yeah.
apologize. When I
Yeah.
see you, I'll meet you there. I'll get the
Get the
ask your correct
exactly.
pronunciation of your name. But I see that going 1 and 2 for Patty and Hooper because
I agree.
they're
I agree.
both they both got to do it last year.
That's it.
Okay, so out of that heat, I see Mitchell getting through, and then I
Yep.
see between Patty and Lucas, but the dark horse is going to be Eddie. If Eddie
Yes,
comes in and lights it
100%.
on fire, Eddie can do the
Yeah.
same thing as well.
Exactly. He can
I
walk.
just
Yeah.
I just haven't really seen Eddie squat that much, so he
Yeah.
might be a freaking crazy squatter.
Exactly.
So, which I
And
I love me some Eddie Williams. He's a good dude,
that's it.
and he's gigantic. If you ever get up
He
on him,
is. Yeah.
he's just like massive, and probably the greatest guy you could want to hang out and talk to.
Oh
All
yeah.
right, Group 4.
And this is the group
Mark.
I'm looking to watching because I think it's a real good blend of strength, size, and athleticism.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, it's gonna be.
Yeah.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah. This
So you got.
is a this is a stacked card in this heat.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Each one
This
of
is
these guys is strong,
this will be their heat of
insane.
death.
Yes, this is exactly what it is. To me, that's what when I seen this heat, I was like, okay, talk about putting all the pressure on Martins.
Well, yeah, but I mean, this is his first one back in a bit.
Very true.
So,
Yeah.
um, Andre is strong.
Yeah.
Martins is strong and he's fast.
Yes.
Bryce is strong and pretty quick. Adam's pretty quick.
Hmm.
Adam does really, really well.
Yeah.
And he's been bitten by the dog a few times though too. So
Yeah.
uh hopefully he came in a little bit more rested this time. Martins has won the Hall Ball of Wax before. He can absolutely win it again. His training's been looking great.
Yep.
He's like 343 pounds, which is bigger than I think he's ever been.
Yeah.
Um, he's that first event, the carry and climb. Those are all events that he kind of grew up with. I
Yep.
can't see him not doing well in it. Andre will do very well. James Jeffers is a heck of an athlete. I remember watching him compete at a few different contests. He's a good athlete all the way around, and he's pretty strong. He should actually do really well in the first event. And then
Yeah.
Bryce Johnson should absolutely murder the first event.
Yes.
And then Adam. All these guys in that first event are just going to do well in it. I can't see anyone in there doing bad at it unless they're hurt. I really
Exactly.
can't. I could see this whole event being done and everybody having a time within 2 seconds of each other if nobody makes any mistakes.
Yeah.
Like if they all hit it off, that's how close it'll be.
Yeah.
Martins and Bryce, though, I think they'll probably go 1 and 2 in this event. It should be pretty interesting. The circus press medley, Martins has been looking very good in his training. He knows how to do the dumbbells. He knows how to do all that. I
Yep.
think this is old hat for him. He knows what to do with the barbell that they're going to have.
Yep.
I think that'll be a really, really solid, good event for him. He knows how to use his legs. He knows how to use the bounce and the whip of the bar. That should be a pretty darn good event for him. Andre is just ungodly strong.
Yeah.
So that's going to come down to conditioning, I think, for this event. James Jeffers, very athletic, very strong. And then Bryce has got a long way to go. That guy's what, 6'10"?
Yeah.
So getting the bar up overhead, I think, the third and fourth rep, it's going to take a little while, but I see Bryce doing pretty good at it too. And then Adam will do well. Adam's very calculated. So
Yeah.
I see Martins doing really well at this event, and I see Bryce doing pretty darn good at it too. Adam can get up in there as well. But it's going to come down to conditioning. I think Martins will actually, if they get to where it comes where they're doing reps with that bar, I think Martins in the end, his conditioning will carry him through that one.
100%.
The squat, I give it to Martins all day. That was pretty much just like a great event for him at Worlds.
Yeah.
It's always been a great event for him. He's very technical. He's very tactitional. He's got experience with it. He knows what to do with it. He's easily done 9. So that's I got to give the nod to him, and then probably Andre, and then behind that maybe Adam.
Yeah,
the top 3 in that event. I really
agree.
do.
Yeah.
The truck pull. Well, I'm gonna have to go with Bryce.
Yeah, exactly. He's got the size and he's got the weight.
Yeah, but I think Martins will be either second or third in this. Adam will do pretty solid at it. James Jeffers is a big dude, and so is Andre. So it'll come down to those guys, but I think Bryce will have the clear advantage in that one.
Yeah.
I think if Martins can be third or better than that, he'll be doing okay on that one.
Yeah.
And then you get to the natural stone medley, and I'll say that's Martins all day.
Yeah.
That guy is so good at stones and so good at lifting, like the stone for the shield carries and stuff like that. I think he'll literally light up that last one with not much of a problem. Yeah. Andre's going to do well at it. James will do pretty good at it. Bryce will do great at it. I think we're going to see probably Martins win the heat, and then a battle probably between Bryce and either Andre or Adam.
Yeah. No, I could definitely see that. See that.
So, okay. On to Group 5.
The final 5. And so we got the T-Rex and the big thicket himself head to head.
Yeah, going head to head. The amount of talking that's going to go on between those two guys during the
We're talking about best friends who don't hold back.
Yeah, they don't hold back, and they have a tendency to throw things at each other occasionally, so that'll be fun to watch.
Yep.
The carry and climb,
Yeah,
Because Pablo Cordy.
Evan, yeah,
Well, here's the thing: Pablo Cordiaca is super athletic.
super,
I
and he's got a grip on him.
hmm
It's like
I see Cordiaca winning the first events.
there you go.
And Andrew Flynn probably will do pretty solid at it. Evans Nana, he'll do very solid at it.
Yeah,
Evan should, if he doesn't win that event, he'll be second. I mean, he's
yeah,
got the ability to beat Pablo,
yeah,
so he just has to go fast, but not over rush. If
yeah,
he just goes fast and smooth, he'll win that thing if he's focused.
yeah,
Trey, this will probably be his worst event.
yeah,
I mean, he's always struggled with his grip a little bit. If they use the traditional wood logs that they use, those are a little difficult. They're really long. They rub on your legs. And Evan's got a pretty good run with those before. He's got a lot of experience with those.
yeah,
So I can see Pablo, Evan, Pablo interchangeable up there.
yeah.
And then, Trey's, I see Trey getting a lot stronger, and I see Trey being faster and everything else.
Yep,
If his grip holds, he can be in the top 3 in this event, probably top
that's
2.
it.
If his grip
Yeah,
doesn't hold, this will be his one bad event.
yeah, and at
Um,
least it's the first one.
yeah, and Evans Nana is a kid that just happiest kid you'll ever run into. Got a
Mhm.
great attitude. All he does is come in
Yep,
and give it everything he's got. So
exactly.
he's constantly getting better. He'll get over the next 3 to 5 years. He'll just keep getting heart stronger and stronger and stronger. He's going to
Exactly.
be,
The first time we met him down at OSG, you actually helped him train a little bit with
yeah,
because he had questions about doing a farmer's carry, but with a turn.
right, right. So we worked on that.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
but like I said, if it's the same handles that I'm aware of, like they didn't switch implements and they use those logs, I see
Yeah.
Evan killing this one, and
Yeah.
Pablo will be good at him too.
Yeah. Absolutely.
On that event, the circus press medley. Um, Pablo Cordiaca is gonna be rough to beat that, and then you got
Yeah.
Trey, who's a great overhead presser. Evan, that's a great
Yep.
overhead presser. They're all pretty solid overhead pressers. So
Yeah.
I mean, if it comes to like conditioning and in shape, um, I see Pablo actually winning that event.
Yep.
Um, I can see Trey and Evan going second and third in that, or third and second,
Yeah.
depending on how you want to
Interchangeable.
look at it. Interchangeable.
Exactly.
No offense to Andrew or Evans, but both those guys on good days will press near 500-pound logs, 480s
Exactly.
ish. So, it's just going to come down to who can handle the whip on the bar the best as
Yep.
they're going. And they're both super determined. Where it's funny, you got one that will release energy like a nuclear bomb, the other one that just releases all this energy into the implement
Yeah.
itself and then just is done and moves on to the next thing. So
That's
that
it.
one's going to be fun to watch. Um,
Absolutely.
yeah. So, but as far as the quickness goes, the speed goes like that, if Cordiaca doesn't make any mistakes, he's going to be in the type of shape where he can just keep jerking that thing up overhead and cleaning it till the cows come home.
Yep.
But Trey and Evan will be able to press that thing overhead till the cows come home too. So it's just going to
Exactly.
come down to who's quicker with the implement.
That's it.
Uh, let's see here. Squat. Now, here's where things start getting really interesting. Um, Trey will be a good squatter.
Yep.
Trey will be a really good squatter. Evans should be a pretty solid squatter.
Yes.
Um, Kordiaka, not so much. This is going to be his bad event.
Yeah.
Um, and then Flynn will probably squat pretty well. And then Evans Nana will also squat pretty darn well. I think this is one for Trey to pick up a whole lot of points in.
Yeah.
I think he'll be able to do that. Um, I know Chad's probably got him coached pretty well to do
Yeah.
that. So I think if he's prepared the way I think he's prepared, this should be good points for him. I think
Yeah.
Evan. I think Nico's. a really good coach for him. I think
Yep.
Evan will probably come in and squat better because I haven't seen a whole lot of videos of him squatting. So this might want to be one of those where he kept quiet
Yep.
and comes out and like surprises a whole bunch of people out. So this should be pretty good. And like I said, I see this. I see Trey winning this one. I see second and third, possibly Evan and Evans Nana, between Singleton and Nana going second or third in that one. But I could be wrong. Flynn's a pretty strong kid too, so we'll see. All right.
Exactly.
And then the natural stones.
I know.
That's gonna
Exactly.
It's gonna be weird because this is gonna come down to speed. Because I don't see Trey having a problem with any of those stones. I don't see Evan having a problem with any of those stones
at all.
And then Kordiaka is just
same,
but fast.
Yeah.
So I see this one really being dramatic for TV.
Yeah.
If it works out the way I think it's going to work out, you're going to have three guys all within a point or two of each other.
Yeah.
Which that one's going to be really spicy. I don't see Trey messing it up, and I don't see Evan messing it up either this time. Either one of them.
Exactly.
So I think Trey learned a lot at the Strongest Man on Earth last year. Yep. And then it's not going to be real hot. So the guys will be sweating, but they won't be like they're sweating when they're in Sacramento and it's like 95, 100 degrees.
Exactly.
So I think all the sun, all the heat. So I think it's going to be pretty interesting. That one, I see Trey killing it unless he's hurt. I see Evan killing it.
Yeah.
Unless his pec's off, which I highly doubt. I can see Pablo winning it, Trey getting second and Evan getting third, or Evan getting second and Trey getting third.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just whoever doesn't make a mistake, and they're going to be rushed.
Yes.
They're really going to be rushed in this, and it's going to come down to three guys are going to be able to get to the final, and only two are going. So they're going to have to fight like the third monkey getting on Noah's Ark, and he's only taking two. They're going to have to fight like that. So it should be pretty interesting. So, I mean, I see Trey and Evan getting through.
Yeah, I definitely see that.
All right, I see Martins and Bryce getting through.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I see Mitchell. I see Hooper. Why do we always use his last name instead of his first name?
I don't know.
And that one's going to be rough, but I'd love to see Lucas get through because I've seen some of the other guys get through.
Yeah.
So just because I want to see it, I'll say Lucas. But I think Patty's got a pretty good shot. And like I said earlier, I think Eddie could be the dark horse that just drops the whole heat on his head because he's that freaking strong.
Yeah.
And then I see Tom and Austin getting in.
Mm-hmm.
And this is going to be really controversial thing, but I'm going to say Luke and Nick.
There you go. I can agree with that. You know what I'm saying? I could definitely see
and I
that
like Reno. I love the kid. He's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it should be interesting. Yep. So that's who I see getting in. And then for the finals, now that we'll go to the finals. The finals, we got the Knack Monster Box Flip and Carry. Now, if from the thing I saw on this thing, if all the guys survive the flip and we don't lose anybody's nugget from the hip if they drop the box.
Yeah.
That's gonna be pretty interesting because you can get to that yoke, and for the yoke, Hooper's gonna kill the yoke. Martins will do pretty darn good at it.
Yeah.
And then Evan Singleton will also destroy the yoke. And then
Yeah.
Austin's pretty solid with it. Yeah, I kind of for that one, I kind of see, barring no mistakes, Hooper, probably Evan, and then a toss up between Austin and Martins with the yoke.
There you go.
It's because it should be pretty
Agreed.
heavy.
Yeah.
It should be pretty
Exactly.
heavy. That's kind of what I see with that. The deadlift, it's going to be a Trump deadlift. So it's going to be either 800 pounds for reps or 880 for reps.
Yeah.
And it's the second event, which is awesome because that means you're not really going to hold back on that too much because you still got 3 other events to go. So you
That's
need all
it.
the points you can get. So that makes it important. That's going to be pretty crazy. Hooper's getting ready to try to pull 1,100 pounds.
Yep.
Right out of the gate, I see Hooper doing that. Hooper getting in there.
Yeah.
I can see Lucas getting in there. Martine's getting in there. Singleton getting in there for some reps. Trey doing really well with this event.
Yes.
That'll be really good points for Trey.
Real good points.
Should be good points for Austin, Tom. I think Luke will be kind of 50-50.
Yeah.
So, I mean, really, I see Hooper and Trey. If there's nothing wrong with Trey and Trey pulls like Trey can pull,
Yeah.
I see it being Hooper and Trey because Trey will be out there with no
Battle
suit
it
on.
out. Yeah.
So he won't have any problem breathing. And that's the thing these guys got to understand about this. And I probably, since I'm not coaching anybody, probably shouldn't be talking about this. But when you get into an event like that, either cut the top of your suit off or have some power briefs made. Because if they're going to allow you to use them, don't put the straps on. You can't breathe. It messes everything up. You get in a better position with the briefs on. You can use the bottoms. It'll help you enough.
Yeah.
And you can just go all day that way. You really can. But I see Hooper, Trey, and Austin. And I can see Tom doing pretty good at it too.
Yeah.
And Martine's doing pretty good at it. This one's going to be you're going to get a lot of ties on reps on this one.
Yeah.
So this is that one extra rep is going to really make a difference. And how you did in that first event and where you're pulling at on this is also going to make a massive difference. Because if you get Hooper and Martins and a couple of these other guys towards the back, like Austin or even Evan Singleton, because Evan's going to kill that one too.
Yeah.
Evan's just got to stay tight when he puts it down and not just drop it to the floor.
Yeah.
If he goes down with it under control and just touches the floor and waits till he gets the up signal, I would say he'll even beat Hooper if he does that. But he doesn't deadlift that way, and I have no idea why.
Yeah.
But just put on the bottoms so you don't have anything on the top, and you can still breathe and stuff. So when you get to rep 5, 6, 7, they're gonna be able to breathe. And I predict now, unless a bunch of guys don't do very well because they're beat up from day 1 and day 2.
Yeah.
I think you'll see 7, maybe even 8 this year, because there's guys capable of that'll make the final, that'll push it out there like that.
Yeah.
Because that event will be one of those to where if you go in, you're not pulling to tie the guy because there's going to be people tied at the top. You're pulling to do that one more rep that will delineate you an extra 2 to 3 points by doing so. So
exactly.
All right, so there's that one. Okay, so then we got the Titans toss. Tom Stoltman, hands down, no questions, no answers. That's who's going to win this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. he has to be hurt. He'd had
Yeah.
to hurt his back on the deadlift and can't throw him for him not to win this event. This is
Yep.
like an automatic as automatic gets. And then Hooper's been doing really good at it. Martins has been doing
Yep.
really good at it. Evan's good at the toss.
Yeah.
So it's going to be pretty interesting, watching those guys go through it and do it. But I think that's really going to come down to Bryce should surprise people. He's 6'10". He's a little taller than Tom.
Exactly.
So I think he might surprise a lot of people as far as that goes. But Evan's great at toss. Tom will be good at toss. And so is Hooper. So I see it kind of going that way. Martins will be in the mix as well. I think Martins will probably be like fourth in that event. So it should be pretty good. Trey's also good at the toss. So that one's going to be pretty good. But I see Luke and Hooper, being up at the top on that one.
Yeah.
I really do. On those two, I really do.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to come to the finals. We're going to got Max Log.
Yep.
Here's what's going to get really interesting. I think if Lucas makes it in, he's going to win this event.
Yeah.
I think Austin and Trey are going to be right there with him. Trey might actually win it too. I think out of Lucas and Trey, I think it's a coin toss.
It's a flip of a coin on that one.
Trey's biggest mistake at the Strongest Man on Earth in his attempts was he wasn't ready for the second one and the log slipped. He went on the third one, did the log, and then pink, popped it right up overhead like it was nothing. Left weight on the floor.
Yeah.
So I don't think he'll make that mistake again. I can honestly say I don't think that will happen again. So I can easily see, that being, Lucas and Trey, and then a fight between Evan Singleton and Hooper and maybe even Tom for third, fourth, and fifth in that event.
Yeah.
So it's going to be pretty spicy right there. And then, of course, we get down to the last event, Atlas Stones.
Yeah.
Tom's got that one hands down.
Yeah.
Trey can kill the Stones. Evan, there's been times where he's been brilliant with them and other times where he's, gone to the bathroom in the bed. So, but I think Evan has the capability of doing real well. Martins will be brilliant with the Stones. So just understand that. I think Martins might be the guy. Martins and Trey could be the two guys if they really drop the hammer down and just throw everything to the wind and just go after it, might actually be able to catch Tom.
Yeah.
If they're all in the same type of condition where they're all kind of beat up the same, I think they can put a heat on him. It's going to be fun to watch, but until somebody can unseat Tom on that event, it's going to be Tom. And then I think Hooper will be in the top three in it. And then, because I think a couple of the guys will race and make mistakes. No, I don't really see Trey making mistakes on the Stones. Austin will be good at the Stones. And Martins will be really good at the Stones. Martins won't make mistakes either. So that it's going to be pretty spicy. But like I said, I think somebody will get in there and then they'll I think it's going to be Tom, and then somebody will get in between him, and then Hooper. So,
exactly.
Yeah,
I agree.
But all right, well, that's it. That's my predictions for the thing. I do see Hooper winning this unless something really goes wrong. But I also see, I feel that Tom, Trey, Singleton. This could be Singleton's year. And I pray to God that it is. I hope it is for him. I really do. But my heart tells me it's going to be Hooper. But,
and the way he's looking, the way he's been performing, what I'm saying, he had another ramp up. So it's like this is to finish it off.
Right. But just remember, there's a reason why they do the contest, because
Yep.
talking about it on paper and giving your predictions on who's right and who's wrong,
That's it.
that can all be thrown out on game day. It's whoever comes
On
out and
game day.
executes. So I wish
Exactly.
nothing but the best of luck to all of the guys. I hope there's no injuries. I hope everybody has a great time and everybody leaves it all on the playing field. And we'll see who the next the 2026 World's Strongest Man is. And if you like this, please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, train hard, train smart, and be the best you can be. And Ben, thanks, bud, for always being there, man.
Oh,
Without you, this doesn't happen, man. So
we're a team.
All right, guys. But go out there, be the best you can be, and have a great day. And good luck, everybody.